Hello and welcome. I'm Taylor Payton of thebeginnerdrawingcourse.com, and today I'm going to take you on my drawing warm-up. So I'm just going to talk you through as I go through this warm-up, and we're just going to touch on some of the points of the warm-up and how it can help you increase your joy, your consciousness in terms of what you're doing on the picture plane, and it'll help you get your hand and kind of body-mind connection ready for drawing. So let's kind of dive into it. I'm just going to choose a random hue and value, and I'm just going to let my hand start moving. So what I want to be doing here is just to connect with my hand mentally and as well as visually. So this is something that I'm usually doing while I'm not speaking, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to just talk you through what is going on here. It's not that I'm not trying to not lift my pencil up, or my stylus rather, and it's not that I'm not trying to create something that represents anything. I'm just trying to create marks that I'm enjoying, and I'm trying not to judge those marks. So when I'm just getting warmed up, I'm really just letting my hand flow, and right now what wants to come out are sort of these wave patterns. And if you've ever started to place your attention upon your physicality while you're drawing, upon the connection to your hand, then you will in fact realize that a lot of it is happening somewhat automatically. So while I am using up some of my attention in order to articulate this process, I have a fair bit of brain power left over, to put it roughly, to continue to draw in this capacity. Some of that is just practice over the years, making real-time drawing videos and talking to friends whilst drawing. So that element is definitely at play. But really what I want to emphasize is the fact that we are playing right now. This isn't a time to make anything serious. This isn't a time to make anything that is going to be your magnum opus or that will deeply represent you as an artist. It is a time to put all of that away. It is simply for getting your hand to connect with your brain, with your mind, and to kind of create something that just feels nice, something that you are enjoying. And then once we have a certain duration of time passed, we'll start to feel connected, even more so than we would if we just try to jump into drawing something very representational or try to judge ourselves whilst we're drawing. It shouldn't even be about you at all at this point. It should really just be about the act and the activity. And this is what's going to help you access the flow state. And I wish I had started doing this earlier as a younger, more developing artist, but even though I'm still developing quite a lot now, this practice has helped me in that regard so much, because what I'm really doing here is I am going and creating something that is based on feeling. It is based on the ability to just create marks on the picture plane and to repeat those marks in a way that feels aesthetically pleasing. So I'm taking and making the same wave motion over and over, meaning that I'm finding a visual rhythm as well as a kinetic rhythm. Sometimes I will go ahead and do much straighter lines or different types of marks that I will align in somewhat of a intuitive capacity. And whatever you want to do, whatever your hand wants to do, just go with it. Because oftentimes when we're trying to work with a concept or work with something that's more developed, we are fighting with our inclinations. And part of this training, part of this warm-up, is not to fight some of your inclinations. Because whenever you're fighting, you're setting up a paradigm of friction. You're setting up a way for you to feel less than connected to what it is you're doing, because there are different parts of you that are not aligned in the act. There's the part of you that wants to create something that your mind is conceiving of, or a rough notion that you sort of have as a thought form that you want to manifest visually for other people to see, whereas your hand has a different idea. And it'll start to do its own thing, and you'll find that that's a very frustrating thing for your mind. Your mind will then chime in and try to change and alter things, and it feels like your hand is getting frustrated, your mind is getting frustrated, and it's just not working out. A corollary to this, or not so much a corollary, but rather an analogy, would be that you are talking about different subject matter than, say, your significant other or a friend, and you're just both not on the same page. You're talking past each other, you're talking about different things in somewhat of a similar vein, but not really, you know what I mean? And so it's just like the connection isn't there, and the point of the warm-up is for the connection to be there. It is to take and allow all of the things that your hand wants to do to kind of get out of the way, and then we'll talk about warm-ups for your brain in later episodes. So in this exercise of just kind of drawing along or watching along and then trying this thereafter, I just want you to keep these things in mind while you're letting your hand do its thing, just to kind of observe it, let it happen. Don't worry about making anything for like the first 11 minutes, 8 minutes, however long you want. Usually, sometimes it takes me anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes to feel like I am just sort of connected to what I'm doing. I'm sort of gathering that flow state. And that to me is what drawing is about. It is, problem solving at many, many levels once you're at that point. But oftentimes it takes a lot of connectivity and flow to continue to enjoy it. I spent many, many years barely enjoying it and doing it very rotely and having a lot of resistance. And if there's anything I wish to impart to you, it's that I want you to find this flow very early, and I want you to practice having this flow. Imagine not tuning your instrument before you play it, and how discordant it sounds. If you are a singer-songwriter and you sing along with your guitar, your voice might be kind of off one day, or your guitar is kind of off one day, and you don't have that synergy that you're looking for. You need to tune both of them up to the same pitches, the same frequencies, so that you get the resonance. And oftentimes in art, we look past this and we lose our perspective on what it means to be in a flow state while you're creating, to create something that is based off of that pure intuition, that pure joy, that conscious attention that only comes as a result of letting go. So once you're able to fully let go and just let things like this sort of happen, this practice, and not think of it as precious, not think of it as anything you have to develop further or that will help you climb up whatever social artist hierarchy or just any of those specious notions that tend to pull you out of the act. Just let the act be enough. Let the act of drawing be the reward. Let your connection to it and the deepening of that connection be paramount. And once that is the case, then you will find that you have an easier time drawing almost anything. It really will allow you to find new levels of artistic expression that are more intuitive, more aligned with you, and your artistic voice will become much more ready and much more apparent because you won't be stifling it so much. You won't be questioning it so much. You'll just be in a state of camaraderie and a state of flow along with your hand, along with your mind, along with any of these aspects of you that can sometimes seem disparate and sometimes seem out of proportion with one another, but really you're using drawing as a means to reconnect them, as a means to allow them to come back into a state of harmony. So it really does take a little bit to get to this point. If you find that you're continuously frustrated or you are judging what is coming out, you're saying, I don't like it, this isn't the way I want it to be, this line's hairy, and these are too sloppy, or the silhouette that they're making isn't what I want to see, then you're not doing the exercise properly, and I invite you to take a couple deep breaths, just one big, and let it go. You can clear the canvas and start again, or you can practice just going and letting go, as in proceeding with the drawing, but continuing to eschew and to throw away those thoughts that are taking you and taking your joy out of the process. If I wanted to pick on something here, I could. It's very easy for us to find anything to tear apart in the process, but the warm-up really should allow you to get beyond all that. There's a time to let the critic in the room, and the time is not in the beginning of the process. When you're just letting stuff flow like this, and you're feeling more warmed up, you're feeling more connected, you might want to develop this later. There's certain aspects of this I can see turning into a full drawing. Maybe not in this super rough state wherein the lines have, a quality to them that I wouldn't consider finished, but the concept is fun. I enjoyed this. It came out very naturally. It's just the first warm up. And then you can go into other warm ups, and this will just be a preview for future episodes, but we'll start doing some of this as well, and just find the things you like about it. You can keep thinking about what you like, but you are verboten in terms of looking for things you don't like. So if you focus more and more on what you're liking and focus more and more on the feeling of what it is you're making, then you are going in the right direction. You are going in the way of flow. And the way of flow is a phenomenal kind of path. And once you're able to find that path, it will guide you to artistic achievement that before you couldn't really get to. So in the next episodes of drawing with me, I will make sure that I can help do my best to guide you to some of these places and to allow things to just kind of cruise out of your hand, and for you to take the time to let things go and could come back to the things that are working and to develop them more so. Because even once you're done, you can take the time to evaluate certain aspects of it and work with it later, because the stuff that comes out naturally is the stuff that is basically a piece of your artistic voice. And if you're not judging it, and if you're not, beating it up or trying to change and shift it around too much, then you can get its undiluted essence. And when you have that essence, you can develop the motif. So this, for me, I know that I can use these shapes and these flows in my more full style, in my more developed pieces, because it's something that automatically feels good. It's something that automatically my hand wants to do, my eye enjoys. There is a harmony amidst the process of creation. And I want you to start thinking about the harmonies in what you're making, the motifs that keep appearing, and the essential pieces that come to you as a result of your intuitive drawing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want, you can check out thebeginnerdrawingcourse.com for courses or blog posts, other good things that'll help you ascend as an artist. Take care and happy creating.